Hello dear students. Today I am going to explain you poem When Do Hippos Play, which is written by Daniel Errico. Daniel Errico is a children's author and publisher. He has a publishing company called Pajama Publishing and a website of children's stories. Some of his stories are The Journey of the Noble Grenoble and The Journey of the Marmaville. In this poem, the speaker or the writer talks about how the rhinos, elephants, and hippos living by the river Nile having different routines. While rhinos and elephants sleep at night and hippos play, bathe, and eat. When day begins, they go off to sleep and the rhinos and elephants wake up. This is the brief of the story, the poem. So let's start it. By the African river known as the Nile, the sun fell away and it rested a while. It means by the African river, here's the name of the river known as Nile, where the elephants like hippos, rhinoceros, elephants are there, and they rested. The sun fell away and it rested a while, and the sun set, or the sun just likely to be set, and then they rest for, or all the animals rest for a while. The rhinos had braved all the smoldering heat. They lay down to sleep as they whipped off their feet. It means that the rhinos, who are just faced without fear, they are very braved, and they are like just great, almost boiling heat, all like boiling heat. Their body is like boiling heat. So they lay down to sleep as they whipped off their feet, and because the sun set away and all animals have now go for the sleep, so they lay down to sleep as they whipped off their feet and just turn around their feet, and they go just lay down to the sleep. This is the for rhinos. Then the elephants marched to their elephant baths and gently they rested their elephant's head. Now next for the elephants, what they are doing, that because the sun set away already, so the elephants march there, or just when their elephant baths, just go their homes and gently they rested their elephant's head, and then they also lay down to sleep and rest their heads. Now the turn for hippos. The hippos went bathing in cool, shallow pools, thinking the rhinos and elephants fool. Now what the hippos are doing then, because that time when the rhinos and elephants are just go for the sleep, that time when the sun set or during the night time, the hippos went bathing in cool and shallow pool. Shallow means not that much deep, and they just go for a bath and thinking that rhinos and elephants are fool because they are sleeping at that time, because the night is there and the water is so cold. Now it's time for bathing and just playing, and but the rhinos and elephants are fool, so that they are sleeping. Slowly the hippos sank into the river, the water so cold that it gave them a shiver. It means that slowly when they just go in the pool and slowly they sank into the river, or just take a full bath into the river, and after a few time, or after a few moment, the water was so cold, because the water was so cold, and then it gave them a shiver. So hippos can't swim like the pelicans think. They also can't float. They could easily sink. That hippos don't know how to swim like the pelicans. What is the pelicans? That means a large bird with long beaks. So same like the pelicans, hippos can't swim, but they also can't float. Not swim and they cannot float, but they could easily sink on the water. Underwater, they fell to the soft river bed. Now it's time for the underwater because they sink in the river easily. So what they see in underwater, they fell to the soft river bed. They fell like underwater a soft river bed is there, and on darkish green plants, because in the underwater there are so many types of plants are there. So they are darkish green plants with the smiggon of red. A smiggon of red means very small part or piece. It means in the plants some red things are also there, very small parts or piece are there. So they feel like that there's a soft river bed and with the darkish green plants. Then they strolled on the bottom. They bounced up for air. They did it for hours without any care. And now the strolled meaning is walked slowly and easily. So they strolled on the bottom. So because they are underwater, so they just come out or just come on the level of the water, and they just bounced or jumped up on the air, and then they did it for many hours without any care. Then the fish followed closely and wove in and out under their belly and up to their snout. Means now in the water fishes are also there, so fish also followed hippos closely and woven means moved over one another the way threads pass to make cloth. It means that move one another in the water, like it jump in and jump out and under their belly, because half part of hippos are in the water, so under their belly they just play with these hippos and up to their snout. Snout means long mouth and nose of an animal. It means jump from the hippos from one side to the another side. The fishes are doing these things. Each of the hippos came up to the shore to feed on the grass by the river once more. Now, when they are just tired with the playing in the river, then each of the hippos come to the shore. Shore means edge of the river, and to feed on the grass. Now they are hungry, so to feed on the grass by the river once more. Then they tried off their bodies by shaking and stomping, and took bite of grass, chewing and chomping. Means now after just came out from the river, they dried off their bodies by shaking and walking heavily without making a noise, and also took bite of grass and chewing noisily. Then, with night fading fast, now the night is going fast, they were full from the feast. Now they are like the feast or the dangerous animal. They are just playing and enjoying the cold weather and the night. Now the sun came back. Now the next morning is there and rising up from the east, because sunrise from the east. The hippos crept off to collapse for the day, while rhinos and elephants got up to play. Now this time for the hippos to just go to the bed or just sleep down. So they just moved slowly and carefully and fell down suddenly for the day. Now this time for rhinos and elephants got up to play, enjoying the warmth of the sun and its light. Now this because the sun is there, so they enjoying the warmness of the sun and its light, never knowing the story of hippos at night. It means that elephants and rhinos never know the story of the hippos, what they are doing at night, and the whole day are sleeping, but in the night they are like feast, they are like fully dangerous, or like totally childish, or the most enjoyable animals are there in the night. But when the sun is rising up, then they just go. This is the poem that is written by Daniel Arrigo. Thank you.